Kia ora tātou, ko Dani toku ingoa. Hi everyone, my name is Dani and I am a science communicator at Otago Museum. This lockdown, I want to keep fit and healthy. However, I don't have a lot of equipment and I'm not really feeling at the top of my game. This makes yoga, or toro in te reo, the perfect activity for lockdown. All you need is your body, or tinana, and you don't even need a mat. Yoga is also the perfect activity for if you are recovering from an injury or if you don't really want to push yourself too hard. Now, I'm a science communicator, or a kai kōrero pūtaiao, which means I'm interested in the science behind yoga. I'm also interested in this because at the beginning of lockdown, I was a little bit of a yoga skeptic, and I was a little bit unsure about how much it could actually benefit me. Turns out I was seriously underestimating the practice, and I'm super excited to share why. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sharing some of that science with you today. So here are 3 scientific reasons why yoga is pretty sweet for your mind and body. First of all, yoga is a fantastic way to relieve stress. Stress and lockdown go hand in hand, so need I say more. When you do yoga, you are slowing the release of cortisol in your system. Cortisol is the primary stress hormone, so the more cortisol you have, the more stressed out you're probably going to feel. We are still trying to pinpoint exactly how yoga reduces cortisol, but we have several theories, and I'm going to explain 2 really quickly. First of all, there's evidence that yoga can improve your parasympathetic nervous system. That is a super clunky term. It's basically another way of saying that yoga can improve your body's ability to return to a state of relaxation after it has been exposed to a stressful event. A second theory is that yoga reduces triggers for the release of cortisol. It does this through specific movements, breath control, and meditation. Basically all the yoga-y stuff. The second reason why yoga is pretty cool is that it reduces inflammation. And it does this by producing what we call cytokines. Cytokines are important proteins involved in cell signaling, which is basically a way of saying how the cells in your body communicate with each other. It's also super important for our immune system. Exercise such as yoga produces enough cytokines to maintain a happy and healthy immune system, which is where inflammation comes in. In short, inflammation is a normal immune response. It involves white blood cells protecting you from harms such as infection by speeding up the healing process. You've probably experienced inflammation if you've rolled your ankle or had an allergic reaction to a bee sting. So we've talked briefly about how yoga can reduce stress and reduce inflammation. But the third and final scientific reason why yoga is super cool that I'm going to talk about today is that yoga can improve your flexibility. I know, surprise, surprise, but let's have a peek at the science behind it. When you don't do enough exercise, or the right kinds of exercise, your muscle fibers start to stick together. And muscle fibers are these cells in your muscles which expand, contract, relax as you move. When your muscle fibers start to stick to each other, your range of motion becomes a lot smaller. Not only that, but your muscle fibers then start to dehydrate, so they start to lose water. But through yoga, your muscle fibers are stretched. This produces what we call tissue lubricants and prevents or slows down this dehydration. Your muscles can then enjoy a greater range of motion and can rebuild even stronger. So there we go, 3 scientific reasons why yoga is a fantastic activity to practice through and beyond lockdown. You don't need any special equipment or expertise. All you need to do is get yourself onto the floor and start moving. Thanks for tuning in. Kia kaha oti poti. Stay safe, and I will see you at the museum after lockdown.